Up with KREM begins now.
Right now on Up with KREM, educators are eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine in Washington. This morning, teachers react to the new policy change.
Plus, President Biden says there will soon be a big enough supply for all American adults to be vaccinated by May.
And Washington is gaining attention for a first-of-its-kind service.
Yeah, we get calls, like I say, all over the country and actually all over the world looking to see what's happening right here in Washington.
How human composting is being received around the country and here at home.
Well, and of course, we're taking you outside on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Temps took a dive, but don't worry, they'll come back up a little later on.
Thanks so much for being with us here on Up with KREM. This morning, we do begin with breaking news.
Yeah, we're going to check in with Tim Pham right now following a missing child's case in our area. Tim?
Yeah, this is a story we're following closely, you guys. Breaking overnight, there's an urgent search to find a missing 13-year-old. Take a look at your screen. Spokane police need your help finding Mary Katie Kahlo. She was last seen riding her bike near North Ash Street and East Mission Avenue. She's about 5'1" and 90 pounds and was last seen wearing a dark blue sweatshirt with black and white shoes and an animal print helmet. Now, her bike is black with a milk crate on the back of it. And if you think you've seen Mary, you're urged to call 911 or Crime Check.
And of course, that is a story we will continue to watch and keep you updated on throughout the morning here on Up with KREM. But we want to turn our attention outside this morning as our great trend of weather continues. Jeremy, what's it like right now? You look like you're happy outside.
Oh yeah, I am as happy as a. Why do we say clams are happy? Do we even know if clams are happy? Wait, has anyone actually ever talked to a clam? Do clams smile? I have so many questions all of a sudden. But as you can see, the sun is up, the sun is out, and the sun is shining. Temperatures, though, finally reflect what is really going on here. 30 degrees here in town and about there across much of the inland northwest. Give or take a few degrees and you're right around 30. It is a chilly start to the day. There's no doubt about it. If your kid says, I'm going to school in shorts, say, put on the winter coat. And maybe I'll let that happen because later on today, might be shorts weather. Yesterday, I said I wasn't going to wear shorts, and there I was going for a run, wearing nice short shorts and a tank top, being like, oh, it's nice and warm, but it wasn't exactly that kind of warm outside. Tons of sunshine today, tons of sunshine tomorrow, and it might be kind of shorts weather as we get into the day on Friday. We've got warmer temperatures in the forecast. Now, as a kid, I argued with my mom, and I said, Mom, 50 degrees is when I get to wear shorts. As an adult, 70, 80, that's about when I start thinking about shorts. But for now, it's temps in the mid-50s and tons of sunshine taking us through the day. It is going to be a rather beautiful Wednesday.
Jeremy, I'm loving that sunshine out there. 7:03 now. Well, Washington state teachers and childcare workers are now eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. Governor Jay Inslee made that announcement yesterday after President Joe Biden directed all states to prioritize people who work with children. Nicole Hernandez joins us now with more on how teachers are reacting. Hi, Nicole.
Yeah, so I'm outside of Shadle Park High School right now, where this is the first week that students and teachers are back in the classroom, and that makes getting this vaccine just more exciting for our teachers. So it's going to be both teachers and child care workers that are now going to be a part of Washington State's Phase 1B Tier 1 group in the Washington vaccine rollout plan. Now, this is a big deal, of course, but while teachers and educators can start making appointments right away, the state's Phase Finder tool might take some time to update, according to state leaders. The state superintendent said every school employee should be able to get at least their first dose by the end of this month. And while being vaccinated won't fix all of the challenges of teaching right now, it will definitely help.
To be able to go to work and to do my job the way that I would like to do it and not have that extra layer of stress in the back of my head at all times. You know, am I the COVID carrier or the COVID spreader? That's huge. That is absolutely huge. And I am so excited. And I will be first in line tomorrow morning to make phone calls to get something scheduled somewhere.
Now, before yesterday's announcement, Governor Inslee had not wanted to move teachers up in priority. He said the state needed to focus on having enough vaccines for healthcare workers and people over 65 who are more susceptible to serious illness or death from COVID-19. But now Washington is joining the more than 20 states that are allowing teachers to get vaccinated, including Oregon and Idaho. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Here at 7:05 this morning, President Biden is now directing states to prioritize vaccinating all of their teachers for COVID-19 this month. He says his goal is to have all grade school teachers get at least one shot by the end of March. And Biden says even though schools are safe to reopen before staff have been vaccinated, he thinks vaccination is the best to do because it's what teachers say they want to feel safe.
But time and again, we've heard from educators and parents that have anxieties about that. So as yet another move to help accelerate the safe reopening of our schools, let's treat in-person learning like an essential service that it is.
Biden also says in the same speech that the U.S. expects to have enough coronavirus vaccines for all adult Americans by the end of May. This will be 2 months earlier than originally expected. The Biden administration also announced that drug maker American Company will help produce rival Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. Happening today, court will be back in session for day 3 of the Tyler Rambo trial.
He's accused of the Coeur d'Alene 4th of July shooting. So far, prosecutors questioned 7 witnesses. 3 were officers who testified they saw Rambo at the scene.
Now, one witness who doesn't know the victim or suspect says she filmed them fighting on her cell phone that night. One of the other witnesses was the man who had a concealed carry permit and used his gun to stop the fight. The alleged victim, Juwan Anderson, also took the stand, and he shared what happened when he says Rambo fired his gun.
After he pulled that gun out, what happened?
He waved it, and I smacked it, and it went off.
How did he wave it?
Across my face.
How close did that gun come to your face?
Directly in front of my face. I could see down the barrel of the gun.
Prosecutors also showed police body camera footage. Court is expected to resume this morning around 8:30.
Spokane Valley detectives also want your help in identifying this man on your screen right now who was suspected of shooting another man during an armed robbery on Saturday night. Police say they got a call around 8:30 on Saturday about 2 men fighting in the parking lot of Black Angus Steakhouse. One man was shot and suffered life-threatening injuries. He is now in stable condition, as investigators say the suspect took off in the victim's car. That car has since been found, but anyone with any information about the identity or whereabouts of the suspect are encouraged to call the number on your screen.
Natural organic reduction is a new service now available here in Washington State. If that doesn't ring a bell, you've probably likely heard it by another name.
I think people are interested, if for no other reason, just curiosity. We're talking about composting of human remains.
Now up ahead, more on how Washington is writing the guidebook to green burial.
And a new stadium plan is proposed for downtown Spokane. And this morning, we're going to have a look at it with everything you need to know and an interview right here on Up with KREM.